Men of Reddit, what is one thing that instantly makes you think that a girl is girlfriend material? When she really takes the time to get to know you and genuinely likes you for who you are. Thankfully I met a girl exactly like this last year and we're together now. Never felt so accepted and loved before in my life. I struck gold. You know when you both chat and don't pay attention to time. The conversation goes from serious to stupid to fun. The best part is she holds your attention to the point where everything else blurs in the background, and it's only her. This. Trying to get over an ex that I had this with. She was kind to me. Treated me like she genuinely cared about me and included me in her life. Literally, one day, she just started making plans with me to get lunch after classes. Didn't ask if I wanted to or if I even could. I felt, for the first time in a long time, that I was cared for. Like someone, apart from family, would genuinely be sad if I just disappeared. She was my best friend. No games. No teases. Just genuine kindness. It's been 5 years, and now I'm seeing that she's more than girlfriend material. She's wife material. Are you in a relation or still best friends? In a relationship. Started 9 months after we met. Good luck to you then. I love this. Once went on a date with the Nigbos girl. We had talk about times where one is hungry and how much of a sloth I am once I hit the bed even though I'm extremely hungry. So what happens the next night? She gets into my garden, 2-3 meters away from hers, and knocks on my window. I open my window just to see her smile and in her hands she holds 2 sandwiches for us to eat. Fell for her instantly. I'm not even sure what a romance movie tailored to guys would look like. Woman. I don't get it. Man. Sobbing uncontrollably she brought him a sandwich. Woman. Really honey? Man. Angrily shoving her a little you never bring me a sandwich. This literally can happen. After an argument once, I went to the butcher's and got a mince pie for an ex. Even though I'm vegetarian. But literally needed to pop it in the oven and that was it. Not such a big deal to me. He cried hysterically over it. It becomes easier to understand when you learn that most men have never had women do anything for them like that. An old man once told me this and the more I've thought about it the more it makes sense. Find a girl that worries about you. On the face of it it seems a little odd, but I get it. You may be nice and even extremely kind to a stranger, but you don't worry about them. If you worry about Simone it means their pain is your pain and their happiness is your happiness. Well now I'm curious. What's going on with Simone? Simone is all of us. We will all be assimilated. Resistance is futile. Your biological and technological distinctiveness will be added to Simone. Simone's unite. I'm surprisingly okay with this. Even if she doesn't share my passions, my passion makes her excited to learn things. Same. And a passionate man is boyfriend material for me. Even if it's not for the same things as me. I would also like someone who likes the odd things about me, not just the good qualities everyone can see. Someone that is visibly excited to see me and sad to see me go. Couldn't agree more man. That's one of the best feelings in the world. What's it like? Funny you should ask. Somebody I used to work with was like this towards me. She was already long distance with a guy and planning to move, which she did, and she knew that I knew all of that. She never made a single comment which could have possibly been construed as flirtatious or indicative that she desired any kind of relationship with me beyond that of a co-worker. But the way she'd say everything was so nice. For her sake, I won't provide any more information than that. I think the only reason I'm even writing this is the fact that in the short time I knew her, I became aware of the fact that she treated everyone around her better than they deserved. Whether that was being nicer to me than any co-worker before or since, or going out of her way to respect her boyfriend who wouldn't have even known if she hadn't. That's not what makes her, or any woman for that matter, girlfriend material. Per se, that's not giving them enough credit. It is in fact what makes them precisely the type of person this world needs more of, regardless the number of X chromosomes they happen to have, and if that isn't girlfriend material, I don't know what is. Me. Frantically taking notes to make sure I'm not a damn fool. Write that down. Write that down. Can hold a conversation and has similar interests. Yep. I'd add similar values and change similar interests to overlapping interests. I like gaming, hiking and karaoke. I'd have absolutely no issues with someone that liked only one of those three and was also into poetry and CrossFit. Plenty of things you can do together with overlapping interests, and if you don't have enough trust to let someone enjoy their own hobbies, at least a yellow flag, in my opinion. Self-awareness. It's a rare quality in people. Someone who can be honest with themselves will ultimately end up treating others better. Self-awareness has made me treat others better and myself worse. I'm working on it though. If she's not afraid to be goofy, any girl who does dumb it for its and giggles instantly has my heart. Is worth many, many oxen. This guy I know, and I almost sold this cute nursing student for 26 cows once. 26 is about average. I dunno. What kind of cows? I am not really sure. There was a language barrier. It was not in the West. The guy who offered the cows for her was serious and he meant it in the most respectful way. Pretty normal to have a bride price in his culture. When she hugs me and I feel safe and loved. This is adorable. It's everything I hope my boyfriend feels. For me, it is a nice smile, but not just a pretty smile, but like a genuine smile. One that shows authenticity. This girl I have a huge crush on has that kind of smile. She also genuinely cares about other people. Girls like that can just have me LOL. Is this why guys always ask girls to smile? For assessment? But all they'll get is uncomfortable smiles that basically is saying, okay, I did the thing. Please go away. No, guys that do it, because either they don't know how to actually flirt or they are just plain freaking weird. They heard that to make a girl fall in love, you have to make her smile, and they got a little confused. When she treats everyone with kindness, but isn't afraid to snap a bone if she needs to. Isn't afraid to snap a bone if she needs to. With a delicate smile that tells you it's alright. I get that. If she's affectionate. I'm an affectionate person and I want to be treated the same. Update. I figured I would give an example of why affection is important to me by sharing an example. About 3 years ago I was dating when I met a girl. Let's call her Kate. Kate is a gorgeous girl. Very exy, works out, makes good money, really nice. We went out for dinner and drinks, went back to my place and had X. X was great, but I noticed that it lacked passion. She is not affectionate. She wouldn't make out with me or kiss me goodbye when she left. I never invited Kate back. Then I met another girl, let's call her Sophie. She is very affectionate, very attractive, not as attractive or as successful as Kate. But she showered me with affection. I ended up with Sophie for 2 years. Recently had to call it quits. Kate later found out that I met someone else and I was now in a relationship. She was very upset. She could not understand why I didn't choose her instead. I never told Kate why. We haven't spoken since. I'm now single and available to date, but I am not going to call Kate. I refuse to compromise affection. Last relationship ended cause of this. Among other reasons, when you give and seek affection and routinely don't get it in return, it feels reality. What should be a non-verbal dialogue feels like a solitary cell. I can confirm it does feel it, especially when you're at your lowest and you need a shoulder to lean on. Yehima hugger, I try and hug her a lot of hand on the back, sappy romantic stuff, and I try and do it to friends too. She completely walls it from me, and I can deal with it. She doesn't like it, and I get that, but then I see the PDA of other random couples, even if it's just rubbing their back supportively, and wonder when that'll happen to me, and that makes me upset. Well, thing is, I already had plans to go out with the guys Saturday and... oh, okay. No worries. Say hi to the guys, have fun, and really meaning it. Too bad it isn't my girlfriend, but my buddy is happy. Female here. My boyfriend reacts like this whenever I have plans and it is so appreciated. For real, even if I was meeting up with guy friends. Total understands. I used to say this a lot when I had a boyfriend. I didn't mind when he is with the boys. Turns out he was cheating on me, lol. Yeah, it's also a problem when they never invite you out with their friends. People like that are trouble. All about balance. Nothing. I've conditioned myself to stop falling for people this quickly because I was literally falling in love with every potential candidate, lol. There's nothing wrong with wanting to fall in love. After all, that's all we hear about as children. How it's all about love. I mean, it's not as romanticized as they led us to believe, but it's 100% worth the wait. I was in your shoes in my early 20s, a full-on romantic, and thankfully I learned to love myself, and then I met my perfect match. Stay in there and don't build too many walls. Real love is worth the faux heartbreak. Happy Halloween. Oh, for sure. I'm not closed off to love, but I have probably allowed myself to get a little too hardened. I was just saying I conditioned myself to stop falling in love with every pretty face, every person that I encounter a positive interaction with. Thank you for the encouragement. I needed it, smiley face.